It's the American dream, right? What so many of us work for, sell our labor, or pieces of our souls for. An island in the sun. Preferably one where they speak English and the dollar is accepted everywhere. Puerto Rico, it's America, right? It's ours, and we've held on to it fiercely at times since 1898, after taking it by force during the Spanish-American War.
I want to take you to one of the worst performing economies in the developed world.
$73 billion in debt.
The employment rate is only 35%.
Highest sales tax of any United States jurisdiction, 11.5%.
45% live in poverty.
Biggest municipal bankruptcy in U.S. history.
Over the last 10 years, more than 5% of the population has fled.
But what's it like for Puerto Ricans? For the people who live here, whose families have lived here for generations? Many have left for an easier life in the States. More keep leaving, but not all.
What do you write about most of the time? What do you cover?
Right now, I'm covering a lot of politics.
Journalist Hermes Ayala is one of those diehards who's sticking it out.
The more I've done investigative and political journalism in Puerto Rico, the more I feel a responsibility to stay here and help out my nation. So this is Santurce.
Somebody called it on the way over the art district.
This is sort of an art district, but this was a barrio that was founded by freed black slaves, right? Going through tons of transformations, like every working class neighborhood. Some people think that Puerto Rico takes advantage of the States, but it's a two-way street.
Right.
You know? Like this. This is my friend Laura right here.
Hey, Laura.
Hi.
How are you? Tony.
Like everyone here, Hermes and fellow journalist Laura Moscoso are trying to make sense of a situation that seems Kafkaesque at best.
So, dumb question. What is Puerto Rico? It's not a state. It's kind of like a colony, but it's not.
It's not kind, it is.
It is a colony. It's an unincorporated territory.
Unincorporated territory.
Yeah.
So, what's that?
What is that?
Fuck. We're still trying to figure out sometimes,
What do you say the majority of Puerto Ricans consider themselves Americans, or do they consider themselves Puerto Ricans, or both?
I think that they consider themselves Puerto Ricans with the privilege of having the United States citizenship.
Yeah, but it's kind of a half-assed citizenship. You can't vote for president.
Nor Congress.
Or Congress.
Anything.
You don't really have much voice in your own destiny.
Exactly. You can only go to war. That's the only thing that you can do with right.
Right. But Puerto Rico owes, what, $75 billion right now?
72, yeah.
72. I don't see statehood, I don't see Congress or Senate ever
Me neither.
taking on a $72 billion debt
Exactly.
load, especially for a lot of people who speak Spanish.
Exactly.
What's the way out of this?
Oh, my God.
What about tourism?
It's an industry of services to service
Exactly.
the wealthy. And then at the same time, you take 450 million out of the university, for example. So you're going to have less educated people willing to do any type of work
To survive. Yeah. You are not really producing an economy that a person can survive on,
Right.
This is a country where people live, where we do things, and we have culture and literature and music and produce intellectual important work. They are selling us as only a good resort to have a piña colada in the beach, and that's it.
Piña coladas.
We actually invented piña colada, so I'm
I've been to that.
I shouldn't be talking about piña colada.
Even though we're like getting fucked over by
Vultures.
a lot of vultures, the people of Puerto Rico are good people, and I think that we're gonna get past this.
The situation here is truly grave. So how exactly did Puerto Rico find itself so deeply and seemingly irrevocably screwed? In the early 70s, things were looking pretty good for Puerto Rico. A tax incentive was introduced which helped lure dozens of major companies to the island, employing significant numbers of people. But when that incentive expired in 2006, concurrent with a major recession in the States, those companies packed up and left. Thousands of Puerto Ricans followed, looking for jobs that no longer existed on the island. The tax base shrunk drastically, creating a dire need for cash to shore up basic needs and services. So along came the municipal bond, a big, fat IOU that appeared to be salvation for a near-broke government. They're sexy for investors, triple exempt from taxes, and bond owners buying Puerto Rican debt would have to be paid back before anyone. That's anyone. Hedge funds, or vulture funds as they are often referred to in these cases, had profited from similarly desperate situations in Greece, Argentina, and Detroit. As the situation worsened for Puerto Rico, you could buy up more and more bonds for pennies on the dollar. This was a fire sale too sweet to pass up. And the resulting insurmountable debt? It means drastic austerity measures determined by an unelected board who have near absolute power to raise taxes, empty teachers' pension plans, close down schools, hospitals, basically squeeze every dollar out of Puerto Rico to pay back the funds. Every Puerto Rican is being made to feel the pain.
I mean, I know schools are closing, yes?
Last year, 240 schools closed.
Last
in
year
the last
alone.
2 years. This year, there's a list of 300 schools that are in risk of shutting down.
Born in Puerto Rico?
I was born in Chicago, Illinois.
In Chicago.
My family came back mostly because our family was here. Puerto Ricans want the family to stick together. If you can live close to each other, the better. I decided to stay because I wanted my kids to grow up here.
Better times.
Better times, of course.
What changed?
The government took too much loans and couldn't pay them back. So they kept putting taxes on the people, the working class people like me, and we cannot pay them.
Like many professionals here, Liza Fournier Cordova would likely have an easier time of it in the States, but she chooses to stay.
With the crisis here in Puerto Rico, mostly I think about my kids, where they have the options to stay here and work and have a family.
Okay, so where are we?
We are at Casa Vieja in Ciales. This is typical 1960-50 grandmother's house.
And the food is grandma food?
It is grandma food, actually. Those are corn fritters with ham, typical Sunday after a Saturday party.
Hangover food. Delicious.
Thank you. So this is like a plantain soup.
Oh, that's good.
The specialty here is pastel al caldero, pork marinated in bitter orange, taro root, green plantains, squash, and garbanzo beans slow cooked. And morcilla, blood sausage. One of my favorite things.
It's good.
It's fantastic. Teachers here are being asked to pay into a pension system that has been described as a Ponzi scheme. You pay 10% of your income into your pension plan out of every paycheck. The money you're paying in now is being used to pay
The ones that are retired right
the ones
now.
who are retiring right now. In a pyramid scheme, the top of the pyramid. But by the time it gets down to you, who've been paying in for your entire life.
There's no money left. I worry about my future. I don't know what I'm gonna live off. I have 2 jobs in order to pay my bills, have my car, have my house, pay for my kids' education.
Right.
There's no way with one job as a teacher I can do that.
So how do you continue?
I know I could get paid triple in the States, but I don't want to give up on my country. My kids see how their parents struggle. And things can change if only one stands up and decides, I'm gonna do this.
Right.
But we have to empower those children. We have to make them believe they can change, that there's a better life for them. And I'm getting emotional because sometimes I feel that I failed. I cannot save all of them, that's the truth. but I can save a lot. And that's my job. So that's what I'm going to do. I have hope. I have faith. I'm taking a jump of faith.
Perdona nuestras ofensas, como también nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden.
It's Semana Santa, Holy Week before Easter. Clearly not a casual affair here. This is a predominantly Catholic country still. Pounded in deep after 400 years as part of the Spanish Empire.
Today, the flag of the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico waves proudly beside Old Glory. American citizens all, Puerto Rico has come into its own, a real democracy.
More than 100 years under the wing of the U.S. has left Puerto Rico without any real economic engine beyond tourism. The old industries are no longer wanted, needed, or are no longer economically viable. Agriculture, manufacturing, trade have all shrunk drastically, and the island is dependent on U.S. exports for just about everything.
So where are we?
We are in Loíza. After the liberation of the slave in the island, this is where all the Africans and the slaves get together and establish themselves.
Despite, or maybe because of the economic turmoil, Pedro Alvarez Cortez saw an opportunity to make something.
We keep working the formula until my grandmother say, whoa, this is very good, give me more. Using the tradition as a weapon, that's what makes us successful.
At a local beach in Loíza, about 45 minutes outside San Juan, a crab shack that's one of his favorites.
Oh my God, look at that.
Outstanding.
Excellent.
What do we got here, land crab?
Land crab, yeah.
And
this is a coconut arepa.
what do you think? Just bang the...
Yeah, just knock it and open like a lobster. There you go, you see?
Oh, there we go.
They're very sweet, the meat. They just leave it for a few weeks in the cage.
Yeah.
Feed it with grains to take away the flavor of the mangrove.
Why did you think sausage?
I had the experience as a chef in Puerto Rico. I knew the necessity
Right.
that was in the restaurant for good quality sausages. So I put my little kitchen to make the experiment, and I worked toward that.
Where were they getting their sausage before you?
Yeah, from the mountains.
From the
There is
mountains.
sausage
Oh, under the
maker,
table.
Yeah, but under the table. They were not inspected by the USDA.
Can you use entirely Puerto Rican products?
I'm in the process. I use the pork shoulder, and there is nobody in Puerto Rico that produced that.
Now, that's fucked up,
Yeah.
right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, the Spanish generally brought pigs with them.
Yeah.
You can certainly raise pigs here, no problem. There's the land for it. Why is no one raising pigs in Puerto Rico?
90% of the pork meat in Puerto Rico is come from the state.
Right.
Prices is very hard to compete, but that is changing. We still have the resources and the talent. That is the most powerful tool that we got. The talent that, to see an opportunity and working forward to that. We have a great generation of young agricultors that instead to going from the countryside to the city to work in a bank or some big companies, then going back to the countryside, They don't need nobody to tell, hey, you can do it. They just make the click.
So there's hope.
Yeah, humbly, I can say me and my family are an example of what you can do with the tools you got.
Well said, man.
Yeah.
These are delicious.
You can squeeze
Yeah.
a palito like
Oh,
that.
yeah, believe me. That used to be my job. I used to have to squeeze all the lobster legs with a rolling pin. Oh.
Puerto Rico is still inarguably rich in one thing: natural splendor. Beautiful views, unspoiled coastline. But that too is in peril.
My name is Pocho. I'm born and raised in Aguadilla. This space is so special to me personally because, yes, I'm a surfer and I've been surfing here all my life. I want my son to be able to keep coming here so open, so free of all of these pollutions, all this mayhem.
Pocho and his fellow activists have occupied Playuela, trying to serve as human shields against the encroachment of a planned development that would transform this place into a massive resort, named appropriately or inappropriately enough after Christopher Columbus.
This is a resistance camp.
Just a hypothetical question. If the beach is public, well, what's the problem?
The project. It's not a building. It's a mega project. It's a 5-star hotel, 120 villas, a mini mall, the biggest casino in the Caribbean. That's how they sell it. And 2 parking lots 4 stories high. We're talking like poof, 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 you know? It's not sustainable.
If they roll in the bulldozers right now with a whole bunch of police, what do?
Civil disobedience. We go stop in front of the machines. We're giving time for the lawyers to do their case in the court and whatnot and whatnot.
Oh, you got some lawyers here?
Yeah, I got all the lawyers.
Lawyers go to the beach?
Yes, man. Hey.
The chef is making sancocho, a stew of beef, veal, and sausages. And there's some fresh-caught grouper and red snapper.
There aren't many places left like this.
Exactly.
That's the point. That's worth something.
Preserve, yeah, exactly.
The tourism business in the Caribbean is going through a lot of changes. In the short term, developers and construction get paid a lot of money for pouring concrete. But everybody's going to be going to Cuba in a few years. Let's put it that. Why? Because it's unspoiled. They haven't fucked it up yet.
So that's why we have to start talking the same language. You said it, profit. They talk profit, right? Let's show them that there is profit in nature unspoiled. That reef back there provides us with millions of dollars worth of services: fish, tourism, protection from hurricanes, annually. That produces a service to us as a community. So if you all of a sudden destroy this, you start losing money.
Could you conceivably settle for a revised project? Meaning, okay, no casino, no giant hotel, an eco-lodge for super rich people.
In Nicaragua, they have a lot of these things that are developed around communities.
Costa Rica, you know, and places like that, you know, the government is conscious about the environment and the amount of money that that environment and the ecosystem brings to the economy.
Do you have any faith in your government at all? No. Oh, no.
We are a colony. We are an island surrounded by water, and we don't produce almost like 90% of the things we consume, which makes us needy. It makes us a third world country. Third world country which belongs to the most powerful nation. There's a lot of motivation in the people of Puerto Rico right now. It's not about independence or not. It's about what is right, what the people needs.
It's coming out of the comfort zone and realizing that if you don't do anything right now, we're just gonna get run over.
All the Puerto Ricans who wanna quit, they can leave. Yo no me quito. I won't quit.
Del patio celestial llamaron a caridad.
In the Life Doesn't Suck department, This is way up there. A means of conveyance I find quite comfortable. Barefoot and a bit drunk, pleasantly burned by the sun, lunch approaches.
If you need any prep done, any knife work, just let me know.
Gotta put some avocado on that.
Gotta have it.
Yeah. First time using a knife?
It's been a while.
You got talent.
Yeah, if this TV thing falls through, I can always work at Denny's. Man, looking great.
All these dishes are traditional Holy Friday food. This one is salted cod, marinated on coconut milk, and then we seared it with some root vegetables and boiled eggs from our farmers. Here we have the
escabeche.
The escabeche, yeah.
So like fried fish, marinated or
It's
pickled.
fried local mackerel, and then I roast all the vegetables and cure it for at least a week.
Oh, the saltfish is good. Yeah. Coconut milk really takes that salty.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, who made that avocado salad? It's awesome.
No, the chef is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vieques is officially within the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, the main island a mere 8 miles away. It is phenomenally peaceful here, but it hasn't always been that way. For over 60 years, the island was used as a bombing range for the U.S. Navy and for training exercises. The soil is rich with depleted uranium, Agent Orange, and the kind of good stuff left over after 60 years of explosives raining down on it. Many see a clear connection between that recent history and a cancer rate that is 30% higher than the rest of Puerto Rico. While the Navy works to clean up what it left, Vieques tries to deal with the financial crisis in its own ways. Chef Erica Boulon grew up here and has raised her family here. She invited me to a meal at her home. Joining us are her mother and son, Carlitos, her 2 nieces, and her best friend, Elda.
Now, where was the bombing range?
Pretty close here. 2 miles after this?
Maybe less.
Yeah.
This was part of the Navy land.
When did the Navy stop using Vieques as a bombing range?
2003.
2003. Well, that's not that long ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you'd be eating lunch and you hear boom, boom.
Basically.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes.
And still, they detonate bombs.
This is leftover ordnance.
Yeah. This is like the cleanup process. They gather the unexploded munitions and then they detonate them all together.
And the house moved with the bombing. It's like middle of the war.
And I'm sorry, you've lived here for how long?
All my life.
Me too. All my life in Vieques.
I've been drinking a fair amount of this lately. This one is flavored with
Acerola.
acerola. All right, who's joining me? Yeah. Adults only. Salud.
Salud.
Good.
It's good.
I'm not driving after this.
Lobsters with mashed yaltilla and yuca from the garden, conch salad, and coconut arepa.
It's really beautiful here. This is not San Juan. This is much more lush. And
Lights, no fast food.
born and raised in paradise.
Beautiful beaches, awesome sunset.
The whole world wants what you have already. How's the economy here?
Como si se quiebra.
Bankruptcy? We are like the colony of a colony. Basically, the biggest employer is the municipal government.
Wait a minute. The number one
Is the-
employer on Vieques is the government.
Yes, the municipal government.
The local government.
Yeah. We also have this dynamic that people that study and make a profession, 10% come back, and that's a high number. There's no jobs for them. So our population is getting older, and it's formed by retired people.
Right. Where they're going?
Main Island or United States.
What's the plan when you guys grow up? What do you want to do?
I want to be a chef.
A chef? Good for you. It's hard. Your dream restaurant, where would it be?
The Main Island. You see?
So in 20 years?
That's scary.
Who's going to live?
Not our kids.
Who will own Vieques? I mean, who will be in charge?
Not locals. Not people that studied here.
The land is too expensive for the local people.
So this will be vacation homes for wealthy people from other countries?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Who will save Puerto Rico? Who will save Vieques? It ain't going to be Big Daddy America.
It's ourselves.
How?
How? I don't know. I don't know how.
Life on Vieques offers the kind of freedom, the kind of beautiful views that have largely disappeared in the developed world. But life can be difficult. There is little agriculture or economy to sustain the people who live here. At one of the highest spots in Vieques, the sea visible in the distance, is Finca Conciencia, a small but sustainable farm founded by Jorge Corapena, intent on providing locals and area restaurants with fruits, vegetables, honey, and medicinal herbs.
My name is Anelisa Perez Quintero. I live and work in La Finca Conciencia. We run a productive and educational agroecological project. We farm. We have the land and the resources to produce food that is economically viable, that is self-sustaining, without a lot of investment. It's liberating.
Jorge cooks lunch.
Plátanos de Monte Carmelo.
Mero, or grouper, stuffed with lobster and white eggplant. Wrapped in banana leaves and grilled over mesquite. Mango is mashed plantains with sofrito.
All right, that looks good. And what's this here?
And that's pitorro.
Oh, I know what that is. I'll have a shot.
Actually, we call it lágrima de monte, like teardrop of the mountain.
Will I be crying afterwards?
Maybe. It's very intense.
Salud.
Salud.
How long have you had this farm? How long have you been doing this?
Jorge started the farm around 10 years now, but the farm was originally part of the area that the Navy took.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's part of the rescues that happened throughout the 80s, 90s.
Farming is difficult work.
Yeah.
So why?
My mom would ask the same question. She was like, what are you doing? Are you quitting your job that in Puerto Rico it's really hard to find a good job? But I think that farming is the most practical thing that we can do in the midst of a crisis.
That is something that is going to create work, it's going to help the economy.
It's a blunt question, but can you make money farming?
In Puerto Rico, it's still a challenge because obviously we get a lot of food that's super subsidized from the US. But then people who are our neighbors are like, I'll pay more. Like, how much is it worth? You know, people really value their work when they see that we're working.
It's part of my
for it.
statement. It's part of educating people. Since our generation, that supermarkets, hypermarkets.
We were consciously stripped away from farming. People were forced out of the country to be able to work in all of these maquiladoras and everything. Kids here were completely disconnected from, and my generation, from where things grow. Like, we do an exercise with local schools, and kids here draw a plantain growing like a lettuce.
I mean, the last thing in the world the States wants is for Puerto Rico to become sustainable, because that means you're going to buy less stuff, less snacks, less Pepsi, less American products. We don't like that.
If we don't have our own food supply, we can't even think about really being able to govern ourselves. Really, if we can feed ourselves, we can free ourselves.
Bueno, uno ciertamente el propio mensaje es uno.
He says that the message in itself is you, no? Like, to start with you, to teach by doing, by the work, no?